Um, I'm smiling with a closed mouth because I have never found out how to get teeth you can chew with without getting implants. All right, my name is Truman Kesey. I am the leader of the newly forming Brotherhood for Safety and Mutual Aid, and this videograph is about dreams, a specific kind of dream that you want to know about, which is the psychic dream, the dream in which ESP occurs. Now, recently I was watching videographs that tell about bad things happening, such as riots, murders, fentanyl, all these kind of things. And I was thinking, well, this is happening all over. It's obviously someone high up is at the center of it. Why are these videographs about the low-level guys and not about the high ones? And so I started. Now I have a friend sleeping on the couch. I mean, in the other room nearby, and she was sleeping while I was thinking. In my mind, I was picturing this room where these oligarchs.
What you're doing wrong.
Stand by.
And looking for step-by-step instructions to make it right.
These oligarchs were meeting and having a meeting, and it was so private that they were able to prevent anybody else from knowing what they were saying during the meetings. And just when I was having that image in my mind, my friend who was asleep says, "You can't go in that room. You're not allowed in that room." So you got to understand, she was reading my mind. She was having a psychic experience, and she was knowing while she was asleep, she was dreaming of the picture I had in my mind. Now, this isn't the first time I've experienced this. The first time I remember is a long time ago, I think maybe in the late 60s. Yeah, it had to have been. It had to have been before June of 68. And I was trying to catch a mole to make a pet out of him. I was in the woods, in a beech in White Oak, on a hillside, and there was a mole tunnel. It was a very long one. It was maybe 20 yards long. So what I was doing is taking the stick and digging up the mole tunnel and hoping I'd get to the part of it where the mole was at the end of it. So I could make a pet mole. And I didn't find the mole. I finally gave up. The tunnel just went on forever. And 2 weeks after that, I had a dream where I was in a tunnel and I was trying to run on all fours. I mean, I was in a dirt tunnel, like a mole. I was in a mole tunnel, and I was trying to run on all fours, and I'm panicking. I'm thinking, I'm trying to move my legs as fast as I can, and I'm going, oh no, my legs just won't move fast enough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So what was happening, I wasn't reading the mole's mind in real time, but karmically, the experience that I caused the mole to have, the experience of anxiety or fear, came back to me. That which I caused to another came back to me in my sleep. That was psychic dream number 2. Now, the third psychic dream was in the 90s. I'm sure I've had more of them, but never realized what they were at the time or afterward. The third psychic dream, I was in this kind of a hollow or a dell, and I was walking around here, and I'd see all these geological features in the dream, which I later realized was a hollow that I was living in. However, in the dream, it was dark in the dream. So whoever's creature's mind I was reading was a nocturnal creature. And also, all the features were bigger in the dream, which means that the creature was smaller than myself. And what it turned out to be was, it was a cat that didn't have a home. It was a homeless cat. There's a lot of cats around there. There's a horse farm and a bunch of cats, but this cat was not welcomed by the other ones. So it had to roam around in the periphery of the horse farm, which was, I realized that's what I was seeing in the dream, was the cat's view of that area surrounding the farm. He'd walk down the ridge and walk up the hill and so forth. And it was obviously the same place. But I didn't realize this until after the cat came and started living in the place I was living in. He was taken in by I was staying at someone else's apartment. It was a converted barn, and she took the cat in and made it her house cat. And after that was when I had the realization that, and these were recurring dreams. I have them over and over and over again. So I had some kind of karma with the soul of this particular cat. And then another psychic dream I had was, it was midnight, it was dark, and I was seeing, I wasn't seeing, in the first cases I was seeing through the eyes of the creature itself. But in this dream, I was like I was outside the person, looking at the person, and was going to, this person was real sad and going to a grave at midnight. And this was another recurring dream. So where I was at work at an answering service, the manager put a big poster saying New Zealand. And what happened on one of our lines, this 14-year-old girl called. She must have had a calling card, a stolen calling card or something. But she randomly somehow dialed this number and got me in the midnight shift when I was, I'd wake up, be sleeping on the floor, and the phone would ring. I'd wake up and answer the call. So she was in Christchurch, New Zealand. And 2 years before that, her dad had died. And she used to go and visit his grave at midnight. So this is more than just a psychic dream. Like my manager of where I was working participated by putting New Zealand on the wall of the poster. And and she called from New Zealand. So she used to call every night when I was working. It was daytime there, I guess. And we'd have conversations, but those are, how many did I just, 4 psychic dreams. Now I'd like to tell you about other kinds of dreams and in a different videograph from this one. Now if you don't like this content, please leave a comment and say why. And then we'd like to improve the content, but we have to get monetized, which means that if you want us to improve the content, hit like and subscribe, and then also share this, and that way we'll get monetized. We'll be able to hire people to make better content for you. Now, of course, if you do like the content, it's going to help promote the channel if you click the thumbs up, the like feature, and make a comment and share it. There's a share feature, and subscribe. So that's it. We'll talk about other kinds of dreams and psychic phenomena in other videographs. But I'd like you to know that I can help you find your compatible soulmate lover using astrology. And if you want to know more about that, I'll show you the URL. You go to the bottom of my short bio, and there's an email form that you can communicate and request more information about the service of using astrology to find your compatible soulmate lover. And now I'm going to put the URL in the description if there is one, but I'll show it to you on the screen also. Now there's no L in Keezy. There you go. So I'll see you for the next one, partners. Bye-bye.